Welcome back, everyone, to the Rooted Lifestyle Podcast. We're your hosts, Camryn and Justus Woods.
Welcome back, guys. Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2024.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a wonderful time, hopefully, with family and friends.
Absolutely. I know that we had a great Christmas, and New Year's Eve is just always the best.
Yeah. Well, because it is the new year, we decided that this podcast episode will be centered more so around goals and kind of, setting our goals for the new year.
Yes, absolutely. We love doing this. We actually did this the first time once we got married, after we got married.
Yeah.
We set some goals for our marriage, both short-term and long-term, because we're goal-oriented. We like to have tangible things to do, but also intangible things to do. A mix of goals that are very achievable if you put yourself out there versus goals that are a little far-fetched, but kind of fun to still dream together and have visions and all those good things. But we're going to go through those old goals and tell you guys the new goals we have set for the year of 2024.
Yeah, and it was fun, when we were doing this podcast, kind of going back. We had said, okay, we're going to talk about, our New Year's goals on this episode, and we were like, oh wait, we actually did write goals back in April. So it was cool to kind of go back and see the goals that we were actually able to achieve versus the ones that were kind of, like you said, like far out there, and like, oh, we did not do that at all. But like you said before, goals are very important. I feel like of just a way to, keep you grounded and have a thing that you're chasing after, know, something not necessarily something that gets you out of bed every morning, but just something that you're driving and something that you're working towards, because, it gives you purpose. Whether that's, I think we've broken down our goals for the new year into, what is it? Relationship, spiritual, and what was the third one? Lifestyle.
Yes.
So even like bracketing your goals like that and kind of seeing your growth and development, and just encourages you to kind of, keep going and pushing further into new goals that you may create for yourself.
Absolutely. And I do want to preface that I know some people who setting goals is not their thing. The new year is not their thing. It kind of stresses them out because they can't think of any goals, or if they don't achieve the goals, they're upset with themselves. And we're just not here to do that. We are just simply sharing our goals because it is fun for us. Like we've said, we want to grow both together and individually. And so sharing goals both individually and together is a really good way to do that. And it helps keep us on track, like you were saying. And it's a great, great motivator.
Yeah, but we do want to be sensitive to the people who may
not
enjoy it. But we do encourage you to, if you've never tried to do your goals, please write them down, tell a friend, tell a family member, because it definitely will benefit you.
Hold you accountable and all the things. And as we go through these, we will share with you guys, there are goals that can be getting out of bed at 7 a.m. or there are goals that can be, I'm going to travel to Hawaii this year. So many goals. Your goals don't have to be crazy like ours, but we're just going to give you some ideas.
Yeah. For me, it's funny. We were walking and talking about this. I was saying that I like tangible goals. I don't like goals that are out there that are just like, be better tomorrow or be better this year than I was last year. Like, what the heck does that mean?
Okay,
or like,
Justus, for
grow.
some people, you're
like,
just
what length of growth? But then I'm saying this solely because if you set these arbitrary goals, it's so easy not to do them because you don't know at what point you reached it.
True.
So
call up your mom and be like, hey, was I better this year than last year? Just kidding.
Yeah, they're so subjective. So I would say set like tangible goals for yourself. Like, how much do you want to be better? Like, what do you want to be better in? What can you do to make yourself do this every day? Do this every week.
I agree. That's a great idea. So let's go through the goals that we had set back when we got married.
So we'll go through some of our, this was from April 2023. It's saying like it's so long ago, and it was literally like
that was almost
7-8 months ago.
9, 8.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math.
So we did short term, so 6 months. So I guess we said October 2023. By that time, we're going to have these goals. So we did financial, spiritual, social / fun, and then physical, which is, lifestyle. So for financial, we had for Camryn to apply and finalize her job.
Y'all, I was out here in Dallas for like 4 months.
Unemployed.
With no job. I was living my best life, let's be real.
Yeah, but you were somehow always busy, though.
I know. I could get into that another time. I think I did on another podcast episode, but I was loving it. Anyways, I wanted a job. I wanted to help financially. Justus was like, I don't get it. How are you just like not wanting to work?
Because I was like, are you bored?
No.
And
find little hobbies. You talk to people. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Besides the point, I got a job.
She got a job.
It's a fun job.
Fun job, Yoga 6 instructor.
Yes. I'm a sculpt instructor and helping out with some management stuff, which is great.
Yeah. Spiritually. So we had put as the first one, find a church and get involved, serving and small group. We have done both of those things. So we have joined Shoreline City Church. We've gotten involved both in serving and in a connect group. So I'm on the parking team.
I'm with the littles. I serve with the infants or the 1-year-olds.
Yeah. So it's I think that one most importantly has been great to see kind of that evolve and grow, just because it was something that we were definitely really praying for a long while, and kind of just to see everything come to fruition so quickly. It was a cool experience.
I think that's the coolest part is we didn't just join a church just to be like, check, short-term goal, check. No, like truly through the power of prayer, friendship, community, it just like fell in our laps.
Yeah, and we were able to find literally the perfect connect group.
Yeah, it's been
like
such a
young
blessing.
Married couples in same stage of life as we are, kind of just growing together. And there's so many couples in that group. We've become very close with so many of them, and it's been such a blessing.
It
to
has.
us.
Like seeing that one just makes me so happy because we were like, we want that in 2 months and we got it.
Yeah.
And it's just been awesome. So this one's funny. So we have for Justus finish his Psalms devotional, which is just like a little devotional book.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
I did not.
Why not?
I think I started studying another book of
Or
the
did we
Bible.
study Revelation
Or we
together?
stopped and we started studying Revelation together.
Yeah.
So Psalms is a thick book. It takes you a
it's
while to
hefty.
read through it. So I think I got to like 100. So I still had like 80 or 90 more.
It's okay.
Chapters
next
left,
year.
but no, I will continue reading it, and that is something that I will work towards. But
Yes.
I did not meet that goal. Did you finish your book?
I did.
Live No Lies.
I did. I believe it was John Mark Comer.
Yes.
It's a really
Okay,
good book.
cool.
It was great.
So the next one that we have, we're like looking at these things like, who's gonna say it first?
Literally, y'all should know these podcasts are like so not planned out
No, not
to
at
the
all.
point where like I'm shocked that they even maybe sound good.
I think they sound pretty good.
You wouldn't know. We've never listened to
Yeah,
them.
you're right.
Okay, Justus, take it
So
away.
this one is that we pray for each other every day, and we sound like, we're gonna sound like such bad, or I am like such bad Christians, but I have not done that. I've tried to, and I've tried to make it a priority
You don't
in my
sound like a
morning
bad
time.
Christian. Don't say
But
that.
I know it was just a joke.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't laugh, so I was like, don't be.
But that is something that actually we're going to talk about a little bit more in our goals for this year as well. But yeah, did not do that, but still something that I'm trying to work on.
I would say for me, it's a little bit easier, maybe because I have my mornings and I have full time to pray for you. And I was specifically praying over you when you were traveling or like when a day at your job was really hard. So like I would not pray for you daily. Like on a Sunday morning, I'm not waking up and praying for you, which is something that I do want to do, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to be better about that.
We both are.
Yes. And then we had working towards giving 12% to our home church. And at that time we didn't have a home church. So we have been tithing every single paycheck that we get. We've been doing 10%. And we want to get to 11 or 12.
Yeah. And I think we'll talk about some of these things carry over into
Yeah, they do.
our next year goals as well. So we'll go a little bit deeper into
So
that.
we didn't
but
hit that one home. It's
but we
okay.
did not hit that one. But we'll go into detail in a little bit and just the importance of, of why we want to do that.
Yes. This next one's really funny. The lifestyle
Social and
one.
fun, or the lifestyle one. Make at least one new couple friend.
Okay, so we have been so insanely blessed. I feel like there are just a ton of
gosh.
young couples in Dallas, but a ton of amazing young couples. Like the amount of couple friends that we have now
That are doing genuinely like amazing, great things, and that are great people.
is crazy. Like we have a lot of them, and a lot of them have come from community group, or a lot of them are just friends of friends, and like people just invite us to meet new people, and we're meeting new people all the time. It is.
It's like
seriously
I
such
feel
a
like every
blessing.
week now we're planning something with somebody, which is really cool because like
really
before it was
fun.
just us. So
It's really, really fun.
it's cool.
And then for Justus, I wanted him to have this.
Oh yeah,
Like,
she put this on here.
he
I
didn't
think.
even care because I thought I was going to come in here and like make him never see guys just because whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, Justus, you get to have guy time at least twice a month. Like go golfing or something. And
Well, that
he
doesn't really work out
literally-
when we have like a cocktail party or a gingerbread house making during the week. I don't know. I only have so much time during the weekend, and then I get tired, and I'm making excuses right now, so I didn't complete this goal.
Yeah, he's over here like crawling in a hole because he just didn't try to complete this goal. And then this one's also comical. The social fun ones were not it when we did this. But try one new place for a date night every week. Okay.
We did not do that.
We did not do that.
We did it a little bit at first. You know, we went to a bunch of restaurants early on. And
we try to date, whatever. We'll get into that later. But finding a date night spot every single week, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's expensive. Like dates don't have to be out at a restaurant. Long-term goals.
So this is for April 2024. So I guess it kind of bleeds into the year goals for this upcoming year. But spiritual. Find another organization to give to. So I think, which is something, I don't know if we put that in the new one, but I think that's really good.
No, we didn't.
Well, I guess it's still a part of this one.
True.
So, you know, I think it's important to, you know, giving and tithing. There's that aspect, but then there's also, you know, being generous. And I felt like, you know, or I feel like that we should be a generous couple, not only to be obedient in tithing, but also to like bless and give to others. And I feel like we've done that through like blessing or giving to some of our friends and stuff, which has been cool to see the results of that. But, you know, finding like an organization to give to and to kind of really pour into to, you know, be aligned to find a mission or what somebody or another organization is doing that we really agree with, to start giving into that and seeing the benefits of our us sowing the seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then another one that we have was discovering our spiritual gifts. We've talked a lot about spiritual gifts.
That's really interesting.
Within the last year.
I was just doing a study on spiritual gifts, and I didn't even remember that we put discover spiritual gifts on there.
I know, we need to look back at this.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that I put it on there, but I just come off studying all the spiritual gifts and stuff. So it's interesting. I feel like I'm closer to where I was before in doing that and discovering that. I feel like I've talked to you about certain things that I've seen in you.
Yes, I think that's been a really cool thing is it bleeds into not only your life, but also like seeing what you see in mine and like others, which is really, really cool.
So so that's still to be continued. For the lifestyle, this one's a cool one. And this is one that we really wanted and that we're actually doing right now.
We also had no idea what it meant.
But we actually had no idea what it meant. It is come up with a fitness business idea or product. And you are listening to that fitness idea or product.
Definitely not really a product.
It's not a product.
And not really an idea.
Should we start charging people? Then it'll be a product.
1 cent per play.
Yeah.
No one would listen. Okay. But yes, that one's been really cool. You just came home one day and were like, podcast. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So you killed that. Great job.
So we checked off that goal.
Great job taking initiative on that. We have not completed this next one. That is to host a social event. I don't really, okay, social event. That's crazy. Have people over.
The social event of the century.
Absolutely not. But like hosting people in our home. And we're still making our home a home with like decorations and stuff. We got the necessities, but like our bedroom is very bare. And like we definitely have more work to do.
And I think it's just the size of it too.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
For sure.
We don't have a dining room table, guys.
But there's still, we don't. But there's still time. Oh, this is silly. I was going to offer an online training program since I'm a certified personal trainer, but I think I got sidetracked with my job. But I definitely do want to make it more of a priority of just like my online fitness with Movement and Margaritas Instagram page. And I mean, I think an online workout program would be incredible. And people have reached out to me being like, can you help me write a program? And I love writing programs. So I still have time. Maybe I can still do it before April. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Why didn't you delete this? I'm blushing right now.
I was trying not to start laughing.
Loud.
I'm sorry. I was trying not to laugh when you were talking about your online workout program because I saw the next one. But we can skip over that, guys. We had another goal that was just really funny.
Just say it.
No, I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it. We'll go on to the next point.
It was for me to have visible abs.
Okay, I'm not laughing because of I'm just laughing because
You're not laughing because I don't?
No, I'm laughing because...
You're not laughing because I'm fat? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm laughing because the way that we wrote it down was like Cam. It was just Cam dash have visible abs.
Yo, I think I wrote
and the
that.
fact they're visible, like, what is it?
Yeah, like not at whatever. Yeah. Let me live my life. Okay.
That goal was reached, and we're moving on to New Year's goals.
Honey.
Yeah.
So sweet. Yes, New Year's goals, 2024, January 1st. Let's go.
Yes. So for the new year, we decided to, think about a word that would represent our year. And this is something that my church back at home did all the time. It was kind of like, you see, or you kind of take time to pray or reflect and think about where God is leading you through that year, and you kind of sum it up in one word. And I think this year, what we're leaning towards is obedience. And do you want to explain a little bit why?
Yeah, so we were just walking one day and talking about it, and I think obedience can come in many different forms, but what we specifically talked about was we're in this season of life where we're content where we are. We're in a new city. We're making new friends. We have a home church. We have community. But we're still wondering what's next, in the sense of like, okay, what jobs where will we be next year with jobs? Will we get any animals? When do we want to have children? When are we moving? There's so many unknowns. And I think the word obedience really stood out to the both of us, because with obedience, in order to be obedient, you have to have your heart and mind opened to hearing what the Lord is asking you to do. So with that also comes prayer. So the word obedient just like trickled down into many different things that we're trying to do. And I think it all stemmed from prayer and trust. And through that prayer and trust and like hearing what the Lord wants from us, we will be obedient and follow whatever he wants for us, but also be patient.
Yeah, no, that's literally
that sums it up.
Perfect way to sum it up, I would say.
Okay, great. So yeah, that's our word for this year, obedience.
Yeah.
And we'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah. So, and then we broke out our goals into the 3 categories of lifestyle, relationship, and spiritual. So our first one for lifestyle is to actually do the whole 30 and complete the whole 30 this month of January.
Yes. So we begin tomorrow, because you don't start on January 1st. You start January 2nd.
Yep.
Which is exciting. And we are doing that also to do the whole 30. And it's like really awesome to complete something. And this is a tangible thing that Justus wanted to do. But also my eczema has been flaring up a good bit, and I don't necessarily know why. So every time I've done the whole 30, which has just been twice all the way through, it has cleared up completely. You guys may know that from other podcast episodes, but I'm trying to cancel all the things I can out. So I'm like resetting my body in January, doing the whole 30, and I'm so happy you're doing it with me.
No, it's very exciting. Like I said before, whole 30 is a very, very good thing to do to reset your body. And I remember doing it a couple years ago, and I really, really enjoyed the benefits. I mean, it sucked during it in the beginning, but you kind of get over that hump, and you know, you kind of get into a groove a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited to do this with you, because I did it by myself last time, but doing it with somebody else really helps you to hold you accountable, and just, you know, you're in it together. So I don't know if we're going to be documenting this on like our Instagram or something. Maybe we could, but yeah, hopefully maybe you guys want to follow along with us, but that's what we will be doing the month of January. So don't ask us to do anything.
What do you mean?
Don't ask us to go out for drinks and stuff.
I was like, what do you mean? No, that is not how you do the whole 30, Justus. Okay. Absolutely not. You still go, but you just say, I'm not drinking.
Got it.
Okay, thanks. So the second thing that we're going to do is be more active on our social media for the podcast. And with that hopes of having more subscribers, we thought the number 100 would be great. We were just like,
like I said, I like tangible goals. So I was like, let's get to it. We're at 40 something right now. So thank you to all the people subscribing right now. So I think our goal is to get to about 100 subscribers on Spotify, which I think is attainable.
It just comes with consistency.
Yeah.
Who knows where we'll be.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then the third one, I just think this is a tangible one that's really fun, makes you feel good. Go on a walk every day. This walk can be 10 minutes. It can be an hour. If it's raining outside, go on the treadmill. I just think it's great to always have that movement in your body, whether it's a rest day or a cardio day. Just go walk for 10 minutes after a meal, before a meal. Like, I don't know. I just thought I want to implement walks every single day. And I feel like I was slacking in December doing that. So I'm ready to bring it in January.
Good deal. Next, we have the relationship category. So as we had talked about before, one of our goals for our long-term goals for being married was going on a date once a week to somewhere new. But we put down on this one, 1 date a week, which can mean different things. And I think that caveat is important, because, you know, we get very busy with friends, with work, and, you know, doing church stuff, that it's really hard to, you know, we really only have like 1 or 2 days to have time to each other. And that can sometimes get filled up with travel as well. So I think it depends on how you define date. So I think we define it as an uninterrupted, intentional time together with each other. So that can just be literally us getting our food and sitting outside of our apartment on the roof or something, having dinner.
The key is just like not on the couch.
Exactly.
That's
not something.
difference.
Somebody in our group put this very well. It's like not doing something that you wouldn't. He said like doing something that you wouldn't normally do every day, or it's like an activity.
Yes.
It has to be something like an activity or something that you wouldn't normally do.
Yes. Because I understand
day.
that it can be expensive. So you don't want to go to like the nicest restaurant in Dallas every week. But like on your way home from work, grabbing one of our favorite restaurants, and then we go upstairs on the roof and eat.
Exactly.
We figure it out. And we slacked a little bit during the holidays doing that. Just work gets busy, life gets busy like we've talked about. But we're back and it's January and we have new goals, and that's one of them. Yep. So I'm excited to tell you guys where we date, all the date nights. That'll be a fun podcast episode maybe. This one's funny. Interact with friends once a week. So what we meant by that was just a lot of our friends don't live here. And so we have a lot of long distance friends.
Yeah.
So for me specifically, I know like calling or texting a friend, obviously calling is like uninterrupted time with them, which is great, which is the goal. I would love to call at least one friend a week, which sounds so silly and so attainable, but it really is hard.
It is hard.
And so that's a goal for myself and for him. But this could also be group settings. Like we can see a couple friend during the week or on the weekend, or you can go see a guy, I can go see a girl, or we can call, like we said.
It's just making sure to keep those relationships intact, because it's easy for them to go by the wayside, especially when you're married, because, obviously your priorities are, your relationship with God, then your spouse, and then like everything else. So it's
family, and then work, honestly.
Yeah. So it's hard to prioritize that, but it's important to keep those relationships.
It is very important. Very, very important. You want to take
spiritually?
The next one? Yeah.
Next category for spiritually. So we had said doing 4 Bible study sessions. So that could include studying a topic or a book together, or not a book, a topic or a book of the Bible, not a book, but a book of the Bible. Mm-hmm. Which we have done. We did it once this past year. We studied Revelation last year, which was really cool for us. I feel like that was the first time we did one together, and it was really cool to sit down in the mornings or whenever we had time to read through together, ask each other questions, or like, what do you think this means? What do you think this means? And hearing what God is saying to us individually, and then kind of relaying it back to the other person is kind of cool, because you get a different perspective than what you would normally do if you were just sitting doing it by yourself. So.
Absolutely. So that's a really good one, which we're excited for. We don't know what they're going to be, but we're excited for them. So the next one is also a goal of, it was either short term or long term, I don't remember.
Our long term.
So increasing our tithing 1% to 2%. So it'll be nice. I think that there are no excuses for this, but a reason for last time not making that happen was because I didn't have an income. You know what I mean? And so now that I'm going to have more of an income and it'll be constant, it'll be more attainable to increase our tithing. Yeah,
and I think the important thing behind that, obviously giving back what is God's, is the purpose of tithing, knowing that nothing is yours, and that everything that you have is because God gave it to you. So you're essentially giving back what is His. But which I forgot where I heard this, but just talking about tithing and not being tied down to the number 10%, or not being discouraged if you can't reach 10%, or not being.
It was church.
Yeah, you think so. So so not being discouraged if you can't reach 10%, but not being tied down to 10% when you can do more.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing that hit me, is that, you grow up always 10%. Okay, all I have to do is 10%. All I have to do is 10%. But it's like, no, just as God calls you to continue to grow, like spiritually in your relationship and your prayer life, He wants you to grow giving as well. So absolutely. I think as a family, we've decided to, if we can, growing that tithing 1% to 2% every year for however many years until God tells us otherwise. But I think that's just an important way for us to be obedient, as our word of the year says, of just being obedient to what God has called us to do.
Absolutely. That was very well said. So the second to last one is being open to leading a community group. So I think in the beginning, when we didn't have a group, we were like, oh my goodness, should we start a young married couples group? But we don't know where we would host it. We don't feel qualified, whatever. The devil's just going to say all the lies to us. But I think within this next year, a lot of things can change with the people in our Connect group, because we love our Connect group. I hope it continues just the way that it is. It is so awesome. But whatever happens, we're going to be obedient, that if things start falling apart or people start moving or things like that, we want to be open to possibly leading a group. Not because we think we're qualified.
But I think it's mostly because we see the need too.
Yeah.
Because we were the people who needed it, and we've seen how it's benefited us and benefited all the people who are in our group right now. And there are some other couples that may be eventually wanting to come in who are newly married or, you know, just starting out, and having that firm foundation and those people to hold you accountable and just have conversation with it does wonders, and it does so many great things for you, both individually and as a couple.
Right. I mean, it's like entering a new season of life and never talking to anyone about it. Like, no matter your relationship status, it doesn't, like, talk to people, talk to a therapist, talk to a best friend, talk to a sibling or a parent or anyone, because going through change is really hard. And so the importance of having a constant community or a constant person around you to just confide in is really big. So that's the importance of a community group. And we're in the same season of life. There are people that have been married for 6 years. There are people that got married two days ago. So it's very rich in all of the people and all of their knowledge, which has been really sweet. But the last one is similar to what we had. Was that our short-term or long-term goal? I think it was short-term.
I think it was short-term.
Because I can start today, you know?
Yeah, to pray over each other every day. And that's something that we definitely want to make a priority. And obviously, you know, there could be days where you slip up, but that's something that we want to achieve, is praying over each other every single day, of maybe even asking, like, what do I need to pray for you about today? Being more vocal about it, praying out loud to each other too, as well. So that doesn't just mean like praying privately before you go to bed or in the morning, but like actually praying over the other person before you leave for work, before something, you know, you go to work or something. And
you do a great job of that. Of course, we could always be better, but
exactly.
You do a great
but just
job
being
of
more
that.
vocal and having that
as a norm,
communication as a norm
in our house.
In our house, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we hope these goals inspired you guys, because I know they're inspiring us, and we're so excited to have a great start to the year. And Whole 30 starts tomorrow, and
let's do it.
It's all
2024.
Let's do it.
Well, thank you guys. We will talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.